Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves, literally. Imagine this, you're at a lobster bake in Maine, enjoying the summer breeze, when suddenly, a humpback whale decides to crash the party. That's exactly what happened in Northport's Bayside, where over 100 people got an unexpected front-row seat to a whale show. But here's the thing, this isn't just a one-off event. Penobscot Bay has been buzzing with humpback sightings, and it's got everyone talking. Personally, I think this is more than just a cool spectacle, it's a sign of something bigger happening in our oceans. What makes this really interesting is that whales in Maine aren't exactly rare, but they're usually hanging out farther offshore. So, why are they suddenly vacationing in shallow waters? Tonya Lubinsky from Allied Whale points out that this prolonged presence is unusual. And it's not just one whale, there are juveniles, possibly even a mother-calf pair. In my opinion, this raises a deeper question, what's drawing them closer to shore? Here's where it gets fascinating, it's all about food. Humpbacks are feasting on massive schools of menhaden, or pogies, which are thriving in these coastal areas. If you take a step back and think about it, this is a perfect example of how ecosystems adapt. But it's also a double-edged sword. While it's a thrill for onlookers, it's risky for the whales. Boats, fishing gear, and human curiosity are now overlapping with their feeding grounds. 2 dead whales have been reported recently, and while the cause isn't clear, it's hard not to connect the dots. One thing that immediately stands out is how challenging it is to identify these whales. Researchers rely on tail fluke patterns, but the whales aren't diving deep enough to show them. So, they're pivoting to catalog dorsal fins instead. This adaptability in research is inspiring, but it also highlights how much we still don't know about these creatures. From my perspective, this situation is a wake-up call. Michelle Zagado, who witnessed one of these sightings, nailed it when she asked, how do we share the space respectfully? It's a question that goes beyond Maine, it's about our relationship with the natural world. What many people don't realize is that these close encounters aren't just a human trio, they're a reminder of how fragile marine ecosystems are. This raises another point, human behavior. Social media is flooded with videos of boats getting way too close to feeding whales. The Maine Department of Marine Resources has had to remind everyone to keep their distance, at least 100 feet, preferably 300. But is that enough? In my opinion, we need to do more than just follow rules. We need to shift our mindset. Watching from shore, as Zagado did, is the safest and most respectful option. What this really suggests is that we are at a crossroads. As whale distribution shifts closer to shore, so does our responsibility to protect them. It's not just about avoiding fines or jail time under the Marine Mammal Protection Act, it's about coexisting. A detail I find fascinating is how this phenomenon isn't isolated to Maine, it's happening from New York to the Bay of Fundy. This isn't a local issue, it's a trend. So, here's my closing thought, what if these whale sightings are nature's way of saying, pay attention? They're not just majestic creatures, they're indicators of ocean health. As Zagado said, this is a wilderness right there. And it's up to us to preserve it. Next time you hear about a whale sighting, don't just see it as a photo op. See it as a call to action. What do you think? Are we doing enough to share this planet responsibly? Let me know in the comments.